Earlier this year, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis and Donald Trump were neck and neck in the race for the Republican nomination for president, but that has changed a lot. CNN senior data reporter Harry Enten joins us to run the numbers. Harry, what changed?
I mean, Donald Trump went up and Ron DeSantis went down in the simplest form, right, Jim? I mean, take a look at this polling average for compare the beginning of the year to where we are now. The beginning of this year, it really was a two-man race. Donald Trump was ahead, but he was only ahead by a little bit more than 10 percentage points. Look at where we are now. Now it's a clear front runner in Donald Trump, 52% to Ron DeSantis's 20%. They're just not even on the same planet. So at the beginning of the year, a two-man race. At this point, it's really Donald Trump and Ron DeSantis just way, way back.
And he's not just falling way behind Trump, he's become less popular overall. What do the numbers show us on that?
Yeah, so, a lot of people would say, okay, Donald Trump surged up in the polls because of the indictments and the Republican base rallied around him. But take a look at the very favorable ratings amongst Republicans. This, to me, is a key metric because it's not just who likes you, it's who really loves you. And take a look at DeSantis' very favorable rating among Republicans. At the beginning of the year, nearly 50%, a majority of the Republican base, really liked Ron DeSantis. Look, that 34% now is still considerably high, but it's considerably down from where it was, dropped by 15 points. And that really does mirror the drop that we've seen for DeSantis in the horse race. So the fact is, it's not just that Donald Trump is going up, it's that Ron DeSantis himself is going down. And this, to me, is a very troubling metric because the more Republican voters have gotten to know Ron DeSantis, the less loved he has become.
Yeah, it looks like some of the DeSantis supporters just shifted to Trump is what has taken place. And Harry, earlier this month, the campaigns reported fundraising numbers. There was a worrying sign for DeSantis there as well. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, look, money is something that can keep you in a presidential race, and it's also something that could boost perhaps those very favorable ratings back up. But this, to me, is a very troubling sign because let's take a look at the donations to Ron DeSantis' presidential campaign. About 70% of the donations that came in were from folks who gave the maximum amount. That means they can't give any more money. Only 15%, about 15% came from small donors, the folks who could give over and over and over again, the folks who powered Bernie Sanders back during his 2016 and 2020 campaigns. Just 15% were small donors. So the fact is, DeSantis is beloved by the rich donors, or at least had been historically speaking, but the small donors, the ones who could power his campaign going forward, have not necessarily really liked him. It's something he really needs to work on if he wants to be able to stay in this race for president.